Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, June 7th, 2023. Can you believe we are already in the 7th day of June? It seemed like June just started. Have you stocked up on your designer series paper that's been on sale? Today we're going to use one of them that is on sale, and I did not get the stamp set to go with it. It's fresh as a daisy. Here's our project. I had placed a poll on my page and I was surprised. I asked you guys, did you want me to do a 3D project like a treat box, gift box, or a card? And the majority wanted a card. So I was like, oh, so I better create a fancy fold card, not just no ordinary one. Originally, I wanted to add a bunch of layers. I didn't get there. I figured I did this little fancy fold. So first things first, as far as business goes, don't forget to share my video. When you share my video, you're entered into a drawing to win a prize. Last week's winner was Judy Martinez. She shared my video, so she's getting the 5 cards and the package of treat bags. And this week I have some more of the silver and gold specialty paper. So don't forget, you can share my video here on Facebook or YouTube. YouTube, the video isn't up like right now. I have to finish this one, download it to YouTube, then it gets to YouTube. So it's a little bit later. But this week I'll be having my second all occasion card class. You can still order that to go. But I've already designed my July class. So for my July class, this is going to be one of the cards. This is going to be one of the cards, and it's a quick and easy shaker card. My stuff's not shaking around, but it's a shaker card. And here's another one, Brewed for You. And this is the Apple Harvest. So this is my July class. I haven't posted it because I'm going to wait till the June one closes this Friday, and then I'll go ahead and post this. This is just a sneak peek. My Coffee with Friends class ended, and now I'm designing a class with the little monkey stamp set. He's so cute, and I have so many cute ideas. But we will get that going, and then I will post that one when that's ready. And also, if you want the step-by-step instructions to today's card, just join my email list, which I'll add the link when we are done. All right, let me move this out of the way and let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted to use some of the new in colors. So I'm using Moody Mauve and Wild Wheat. Wild Wheat has not been a very popular color, but I figured, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself and I'm going to make something with it. So I am making this card. So we're going to start out with some Moody Mauve, and this is going to be cut at 5.5 by 8.5, so just like a regular card. So let's go 5.5, but it's our scoring that is going to be different. So 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it at, I got to open this up, excuse me, at 3 1/4. So 3 1/4, oops. Make sure I have my scoring blade. 3 1/4 and 7.5. And that's where this one is different. So we can move this out of the way for now. And I didn't show you what stamp set we're using. Today we're going to be using the Biggest Wish. This is a stamp set that carried over into the new catalog, but I hadn't used it. And like I told you, I didn't buy the stamp set to go with this paper. I wanted to see what I could create with the paper. So this is the pattern we'll be using, and this is Fresh as a Daisy. And I'll show you that when we get to use it. So before burnishing these score lines, we're gonna die cut it, and we're gonna use the basic border dies. Let me show you. These are the dies that come with it, and we're gonna use this jagged one. So we're gonna die cut first, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one side and then we'll do the other. So you're gonna do each end. So right now I'm doing the big end, and let me show you. So what I had a piece of tape because mine was moving all over. So I can take this tape off. But so what I did is I just went to lined up the edges, the ends of the die to the cardstock. So then I'm gonna tape this because my dies have been moving around. See, I think, did it still move? But it's moving and I have it taped. I don't know why it's doing that. You try and tape it in a different, and I've even like rotated my plate, but we're gonna go ahead and die cut this end first. I'm just gonna go back and forth like that. And then you fold this one over and then kind of see where you want to put your, so that they line up. So we're going to go like this again. So what we want to do is line up these like points here. So we know we're going to go about there. So now we can flip this over, and let's hope our die does not move with all the tape I have on it. And then we're gonna cut it like that. Okay, so let's die cut it. So since you guys overwhelmingly wanted me to make a card, do you like fancy fold cards? Do you like just regular basic cards, ones with not a lot of layers? What kind of cards do you like to make? Sometimes the very easy ones are harder for me to make. Actually, I've been creating 2 classes. I'm gonna start doing some classes at our community center. So see, those are lined up pretty good. So I'm doing some classes at our community center, and I was trying to do one for kids and one for adults. And I was trying to do them pretty basic because I don't know what like skill level the people are going to be. So it's been taking me a long time to create this class, these classes. But anyway, this is the Fresh as the Daisy DSP. Look at how pretty. I did, like I said, I didn't get the stamp set and dies, but you know, I'll get them eventually. But we are going to use, did I already pull it out? Moody, the one with the, don't tell me I'm missing it. Oh, here it is. It was, I have some cut, but I don't think it's the right, I don't think I have enough to cut. So this is Fresh as a Daisy, and this is on the sale right now. So be sure and get you some. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a piece of DSP here on the inside. So I did mine a little different, but then after I thought I didn't like it, so let me see, I think I cut this one already. So we'll go like that, but I'll show you what I did. So this ribbon ties it. I only did the little strip, and I'm gonna change my instructions because I don't know that I like that showing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this whole piece, and then you have a whole piece on that side. So this piece is already cut. So this is 5.5 by 4 1/8. So let me get my glue. So when I'm creating, you know, I create them, and then after I look at them, I'm like, maybe I should change this up. And I had already did my instructions with the small piece, but I think I like the bigger piece. So then we can just line this up right here with our score line. And then put this like that. And then that way, now that we close it, we're going to have that pattern there. And then we're going to need now another piece for the front, which is, I might not need that big piece. Let's see. It's going to be 2 by 5.5. So let's see. This is 5.5. And then 2. I didn't think I was going to have enough of what I already had cut, but I do. Okay. So this, we're just going to put this here and kind of, you know, put it to the, so that you have a little bit of edge showing here. I don't measure, but I would probably say that's about a 3/4 inch in, maybe, or 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch. Let's go with a 1/2 inch in, just like that. And we're going to add a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 on the inside of white. So let's see what I got here for 5 1/4. I have been creating so many classes. Like I said, those 2, just because I'm trying to think of beginners, and especially with kids. I've never really done a kids class. If you were to do a kids class, what ages would you start at? 8 years, 10 years? The community center he just let me pick it all myself. I was to decide how many kids, what ages, and then the same with the adults. So the adults, I'm going to do 12 people, and then the kids, I'm going to do 10. I'm going to close up my glue, sorry. And I'm going to do 10 kids. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and tie our ribbon around. Our ribbon is what's going to hold this card closed. And I'm a little bit nervous about this kids class, but I did try to make it pretty easy. So I've done all the die cutting and stuff for them, but they will have to do some stamping. Once I see like what people's skill level is, then it'll be easier to design a class. So I think that looks good. Maybe a little tighter. And we're going to trim those ends. Have any of you ever done a kids class? It's, you know, the kids need something to do here in the summer, and they just opened this community center here right in my neighborhood. So that's why I was lucky to go over there and get signed up to do classes. My bow's a little wonky, but there's our bow. So now let's decorate the front. Is there anybody commenting? Say hello and tell me where you're from. I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking. Oh, hey, Wendy, how are you doing? Okay, so now this is the radiating stitching dies, and I'm going to use this one. And then we're going to use the hearts in a bit. So let's do the rectangle first. So what are your guys' thoughts on Wild Wheat? Is it a color you think you'll use a lot, or not really? Talk to me, let me know. And then I'm going to go ahead and die cut these hearts that we're going to use. We're going to need a Wild Wheat heart and a Moody Mauve. See, I had already used this paper to cut them, so let's cut the Moody Mauve. since I have this out. And we will use the wild wheat. The wild wheat is growing on me. You know, in our tutorial, don't forget my Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial, you can earn that by spending $35 in my online store. But we were making a joke that our projects this month are all birthday cards, or birthday projects, I should say. And we were teasing that we should all make a wild wheat one. And of course, only one person did it because I forgot. But it's not bad. It's not a bad color at all. Just like I said, it was getting a bad rap at first. So we are going to stamp. Oops. Well, I'll need that in a second. We are going to stamp happy towards the top of our rectangle. That is quite a dark color. And then I need a scratch piece of white and basic white, and we're going to stamp birthday. Let's see if we can fit it here, because I'm going to cut around it. That actually came out dark, but these are, you know, new stamp pads, so they're nice and juicy. So here's our happy. Let me get my paper snips, and we will do, I'm going to cut this off. And there's no right or wrong how to trim these. I just trim around. Super quick and easy. Nobody's gonna say, she didn't cut that out very good. I mean, unless it's like really wonky. But we're just gonna cut this around. Since there's no dies for these. Do you guys prefer dies? You know, I like them. And then I don't mind fussy cutting either. Or I could have just stamped birthday on the rectangle as well. But I wanted it to pop out. And there's our birthday. So now we're going to use some dimensionals and add our birthday on there. I got ink on me. Looks like I got some Moody Mauve. I'm going to use a small little sliver here for this end. This end over here. All right. Oh, I must have had mauve on because look at, I smeared it on there. Should I die cut another one? What do you guys think? I'm gonna cut another one. Darn it. So I have all the stuff right here. I don't even see the ink on my hands, but I must have had it on me somehow. So we'll just cut another one since I have it here. These out of the way. See, I ended up having to pull my cut and emboss machine out again anyway, when I could have just did the hearts. Okay, so let's try this again with the wild wheat. And make sure I don't have anything on my hands. Kind of crazy. And go back. So we're going to now put our birthday on here with the dimensionals. And what I did with mine, I just put a couple of dimensionals above the ribbon and a couple below. And oops, stick this on right there. And then now we're going to add our hearts with some dimensionals. Add one here, and I think I'm going to add one down here, like that. And we are going to add, of course, some Wink Stella to these hearts. Mine is pretty juicy. I was just using it yesterday, so. There's our Wink Stella. And can you believe that card is already done? We are done already. So let me tie up my original, and we could see them together. Yes, Wendy punches, and I have some punches for them to do for the kids' classes. The only other thing is I'm worried about is Stampin' Blends. Again, I don't know what their skill level is. I'll fix this bow later because it needs to be. But once I figure all that out, once I see how many kids are going to come and all that good stuff, I was just trying to create the classes. And I did use Amy Zoo as well for the classes. So here's our cards. This is going to dry. Once it dries, it'll come out like this. Because I know yesterday when I went to take my pictures, it was still wet. But there's our card already. Can you believe that? So you guys like cards, huh? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to share my video. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. I do need more subscribers. And you guys all have a good week, and I will see you back next Wednesday. Bye, everyone. Take care.